a quick review up since I've got a day off today. I'm going to be doing Series 1 Transformers Autobots Ratchet Ironhide. Now Ratchet was the first ever Autobot car I had as a child, and obviously when I got him I was really chuffed. I ended up being very disappointed with it, as any of you that have either of these two molds will know all too well when we get onto the transformations. Before I get onto that, just a quick note really. I'm almost at 200 subs now, thanks to all my new subscribers I've had over the last couple of months. I'm almost at 200. Now when I got to 100, I didn't do a special sort of 100 celebration vid, if you will, because I wasn't here. So when I get to 200, I'm going to put up 2 vids. That's one for each of the 200 that I have. So that's going to be coming up when I get to that. I think I'm on about 193 now, I think. So I'm pretty confident I'll get another 7. But that's for another time. Anyway, let's just get on with these two. Ratchet, Ironhide. Okay, so starting with them in vehicle modes. Obviously Ironhide is a standard red van. I think these are Toyotas. I can't find any evidence to suggest what their alt forms are. Ratchet is an ambulance. Obviously the only difference between the two is their colour and the fact that Ironhide has stickers resembling some kind of sunroof. Ratchet has the emergency lights. Rubber tyres, both roll fantastically well. These are in good condition, although I do want some new stickers for Ratchet. They're a little bit unaligned there, and that one there should be nice and bright white, but it's a little bit dirty. Right, so we'll get rid of Ironhide and I'll transform Ratchet for you, because obviously they're both the same. First thing to do is the back will come off, and in fact you can interchange these, but it obviously doesn't look very good. Okay, and Ratchet doesn't seem. There we go. You can interchange them, but I think you'll agree that looks daft. Okay, right. So we'll just transform Ratchet for you. Okay, so obviously this comes in half. We'll put this to the side for one now. Die cast metal at the back here. Okay, these two bits I'm pulling down are die cast metal. Pull them out. Pull these two bits out of the sides. Tip the whole thing forward. Straighten these up. Turn them around. And that is the pathetic little bot mode. Now I remember being really disappointed with that as a kid when I got that. Okay, so that's the bot form. This bit here, you go underneath, just get your thumb, pull that out. Get these bits here, pull out, turn round. Like that. Okay, stand that up. Okay, it's starting to look a little bit silly now. The back of this comes out like that. Pull these two down. That comes up, and you've got yourself there a little battle platform. Now he comes with 3 missiles like that. Each of them do come with 3 of those missiles, this long gun and this red pin. Okay, so we don't need 2 of these, we only need 1. You can only store 1 inside it. So we'll just put that in there. That actually just holds it in, it doesn't fire. Okay, and then we get our red pin and our long gun, put the 2 together, stand it on there. And that's it. And then what's supposed to happen here is you're meant to put the bot over the top like that, slide him on there, hold the gun. Now you've got to get the balance right between where the bot's standing and these wheels, because sometimes it can tip back or these wheels will fall backwards. So you've got to get the balance just right. But that is essentially Ratchet transformed, which looks really ridiculous, and it looks like a cheap GoBot figure, to be honest. Obviously he's got no head. The little thing in there where the Diaclone driver would sit when it was a Diaclone mould has a sticker on it that resembles a face, but it's pretty pathetic. But as we now know that we didn't know when we were kids, the toys came along first, and they obviously didn't like that as the bot mode, so they drew Ratchet with a proper head. Okay, so I'll just do exactly the same thing with Ironhide. Okay, so that's both of them transformed, exactly the same molds, no difference. The only difference is here, you notice Ironhide is missing this thing at the front. In actual fact, this one belongs to Ironhide. Let me take the red pin out as well. I have got 2 of these, 1 for each of them, but only 1 of these red pins that it sits into. Now, to get one of these red pins is becoming a bit of a pain. You can get one if you buy a complete bot, but I only need 1 so that I can put Ratchet's front gun on top of him. And those red pins I've seen go for £50 each, so if you need one of those, be prepared to pay a bit of money. But even I'm not prepared to pay £50 for a little lump of plastic like that. Okay, now these little battle platforms here, you only ever saw 1 in the animated series, and that was Ratchet. And that's in the 2nd ever episode, in the famous scene with hauler in it, who you didn't see after that. He transformed and this thing appeared, stood next to him in bot mode, and you never saw it again after that. I guess the animators decided just to leave that out, but you did actually see it just once. Okay, so let's just go with their bot modes for a minute. Just take these battle platforms away. Now I'm sure you'll agree they both look a bit ridiculous without heads, and those bot modes are pretty poor, to be quite honest. Until this company came along called Transform Go, or Best Toys, you can see there. Now they make little customised heads for each of these figures, which you can buy on eBay for pretty cheap, and they come out of Hong Kong. I think I got that box for about a tenner, and the packaging is pretty cheap as well. They just come with these little heads that you can attach to the robots, so we'll just get on and show you that now. Okay, so here's the one for Ironhide. Right, you can see that's a very nice head sculpt and very accurate to the show as well. Well, as accurate as it can be for something so small. And all we do here is we take the toy. Now on the back here, you'll notice I said that little space in there is where the Diaclone driver would sit. Okay, and if I just turn it around, I'm not sure whether you're going to be able to see that, but there's an attempt at putting some sort of a face sticker on, which you can also get from repro labels that actually look like the G1 cartoon. But these are the best things to get, and all you do is, you see on the back here you've got this kind of U-shaped little slot going on. You just put it over the top of that. They can be a little bit stiff, okay, and if you have got a sticker on the back of that, it will probably peel it off a little bit, but I'm not bothered about that because they're rubbish anyway. So all you do once you get there is just push it down, and there you can see Ironhide now has a head. Okay, so we'll do exactly the same with Ratchet. Okay, his head sculpt again, very good, blue eyes, and he's got the little the bit on top of the head there. Okay, so we'll do exactly the same with him. We'll just put this, slide over the top, push it down. Okay, and Ironhide and Ratchet now both have a set of heads, but to make them more accurate, you've got these stupid little arms here. Now, what I've seen people do is this. It's just purely for display purposes. Just put them up, turn them that way. If you have the repro label stickers upgrade set for Ratchet, this bit is actually a red cross, which is very cartoon accurate because then he has crosses on his shoulders. Okay, so put the arms up to that position and just put them into the sides like that. Okay, that just makes him look more in proportion. I mean, you can't do anything with the arms, but at least that's a more accurate representation. Okay, and you can do exactly the same with Ironhide. Just turn these to the side, although it doesn't really matter because his arms are totally red anyway. Okay, pull the arm up and turn it that way. It just means you can't do anything with the arms, but you can pose them like that. Okay, so that's their heads. There, now I think you'll agree that's much better without their stupid little backpack battle station things. Put their arms up to the side, putting those heads on. That does look a lot better, and you can indeed, in fact, if I've got my Autobots in robot mode, I will display these two like that. I think that looks a lot better. Okay, I'm going to quickly turn Ironhide back into a van. I've already transformed his little bit here. Now you can with these heads, if I just take it off, quite stiff, okay, they have got a little hinge on them, and you can indeed fold them forward, okay, and then just, whoops, push that back, okay, and put them back on. Now you can indeed store them with their heads still on, but they don't really fit that well, to be honest. I'll try and put Ironhide on like that. There we go. You see, it will stay there. It means you've got to take it off and put it back in, so you can actually keep them with the robots. I'm just going to quickly transform Ironhide back to a van. Come on, there we go. Arms to the side. Whole thing back. Like I say, this is probably one of the easiest transformers you'll ever transform. In fact, you know, its proper bot mode looks more like one of those silly, crappy Go bots, one of the rubbish ones. Okay, now we'll put that on the top. Now you'll see it doesn't quite properly fit on the van with that little head thing in. So I do tend to just kind of take them out and only ever put them on when they're in bot mode. Whoops. There you go, and there, you'll see that fits on a lot better. It doesn't want to stay on top with the little head thing inside it. Okay, once you've got them in van mode, you can actually store. Okay, so remember we've got 5 accessories, long missile with the pin, 3 missiles. You can actually store, if you're very careful, all the accessories in here. So you've got the little pin. Okay, just put that in. 1 missile, 2 missiles. Get the third one in as well. Close that up. Okay, they will all fit in there within the confines of these little tracks, which will hold them in place. So you put that on. Okay, that just stores them all. Now you're left with this piece. Now what happens with this, you'll notice on Ratchet here, he's got this little thing at the front. Well, Ironhide had that as well, obviously, which is under here. Now what's supposed to happen is you're meant to store that this way up. That will actually fit into there, like that. But the problem you then have is, he doesn't quite want to sit properly. And it's the same with Ratchet if you do it with him. Okay, that is where that's meant to be stored. But it doesn't fit right. If you just want to keep him there like that, you can, but there's no playability with it, and you're going to end up scratching that. Okay, the tyres are nice rubber tyres, but you can't roll him properly. You can spin him around like that, you can do a little dance, but it will not store properly. We've even tried it the other way round, and that's slightly better, but it's still not quite there. I reckon you'd have to push that in really tight. Yeah, I don't really want to push it much more than that, and that's about as good as that's going to get. But like I said, I don't really want to push that too tight. But you can do that, that is an option. So I'm just going to leave that there, guys. You can make up your own opinions about these. If you're going to get them, buy the little head pack that goes with them, because you can make these guys look so much better. So this is Tony, Big Gigantos, with Ratchet and Ironhide, and I'll catch you all in the next review, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.